Okay, good morning or good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the very first summer school live info session where we will be discussing the European Plate Observing Systems Summer School. My name is Carl. I'm a member of the communications team with EPOS. And for our agenda today, I'm going to be doing a very quick introduction of EPOS, what EPOS is. I'll be sharing some slides, and then I'll stop sharing, and then I'm going to ask our very special guest, Dilyana, some questions about her experience with the EPOS Summer School. So let me just share my screen really quickly. So EPOS is a European-wide research infrastructure, and you see here the map of the nations we're involved with that integrates data, services, and facilities to study the solid Earth. And what we do at EPOS is we connect scientists and national observatories to provide open access to high quality information so we can better understand how our Earth works through the lens of multidisciplinarity. And if you've seen any of our other videos or presentations or attended our trainings, you know that multidisciplinarity is very important to us. And at EPOS, we enable combined use of diverse data sets and tools which support cutting-edge research and innovation. And our mission is to really make it easier for researchers and decision makers to access reliable data, tools, and services so that these researchers and decision makers can better understand natural hazards, manage resources, and improve safety and sustainability for all of society. And when I talked about multidisciplinarity, one of the things that's at the core of EPOS is that we have 10 different sort of disciplines. And in EPOS, we call them TCSs, thematic core services. And I would like to present those 10 different disciplines or TCSs to you very quickly. And then I'll explain even more quickly how we interact with them in a multidisciplinary way. And then we'll get into our info session. So, in no particular order, the 10 TCSs, the 10 disciplines represented in EPOS are volcano observations, tsunami, seismology, satellite data, near fault observatories, multi-scale laboratories, GNSS data and products, geological information and modeling, geomagnetic observations, and maybe you can see in Dilyana's background, she's interested in geomagnetism. And finally, anthropogenic hazards. And the way EPOS brings together these different disciplines and has all those data and services available for the public is through the EPOS platform. And I have a screenshot of it here. And the EPOS platform is really wonderful because it's an open source, fair data platform. You don't need to sign up to use it. And you can see here the 10 TCS is represented. And you can pick a point on the map and get some really interesting data insights by layering these different TCSs all together on the map in the platform. So enough about EPOS and the platform. I can always talk for a really long time about it, but we want to hear about the summer school. So, Dilyana, welcome. Very happy to have you. Can you tell us a little bit about you, your research, what level of research you're at, if you're a PhD student or a master's student, and can you tell us what you've been working on recently in your research?
Yes, hi, thanks for having me, first of all. And I'm really happy to be here. I'm a PhD student in geophysics at the National Institute of Geophysics, Geodesy, and Geography in Bulgaria. And my research focuses on magnetotheoric method and how we can use it to understand more about the geothermal potential near Sofia, the capital of my country. Right now, actually, we're collecting field measurements, and we use this method, and it helps us to look deep beneath the surface and to detect underground heat sources. Sorry, and after that, we'll combine this data with already existing geophysical and geological data. And my main goal is to build 3D model of geothermal system and to support the development of sustainable energy solution in my country.
That's really incredible. I wish I was doing something as honorable as that. It's really great.
You're more than welcome to come and join us.
I'll try my best. Yeah. I'll have to go to many summer schools to get to your level, but thank you for sharing that and for sharing about where you are in your studies and what work you're doing and your greater vision of the work. I think it's really important. So, Dilyana, do you remember how you heard about the summer school, our first version of the summer school, which we had this year? Like, when did you first hear about it?
Um, kind of. Remember, I think I first heard about the summer school at EPOS Days 2025 in Perugia, Italy. I think probably it was through a follow-up mails. The
Okay.
program immediately grabbed my attention, of course, because it does collaborate research, data, and collaboration in hands-on way. And I look in more after the whole event, and I thought it could be a great fit for me, so I applied.
Yeah, and for those who don't know, EPOS Days is the community event we have within EPOS. So we get everyone from all around all corners of the EPOS community, and we come together once a year. And at the last EPOS Days, we had the announcement that we were launching our first summer school. So Dilyana got the special preview, and we were happy to have her there. So, Dilyana, as you learned more about the summer school, was there something in particular that motivated you to want to apply? Or was it more of like a mystery for you? Like you weren't really sure, but you were curious, so you decided to do it? Or was there something you saw that really attracted you to the idea of coming to the summer school?
To be honest, it was a mix of both.
Okay.
I was curious about how open data platforms like EPOS can support research, and I also wanted to work with people from different scientific fields and countries. And it felt like a unique opportunity for me to step outside of my academic routine and even to challenge myself in a completely new environment. So
Mhm.
that was my.
That's interesting. So you had an idea about what you wanted to do, but the mystery was sort of the context or the setting in which you would be doing it. Yeah. I think many people probably felt the same about that. Um, and I want to contextualize this next question. So part of the application process is applicants have to submit a sort of use case with their application. And Dilyana, can you tell us a little bit about your use case? And yeah, tell us how you decided to submit it. We're curious.
Yes, of course. My use cases was about using the magnetometric method to study geothermal anomalies in Sofia Basin, as I mentioned. And I wanted to explore how new data, which we are currently collecting, can be integrated with already existing one, like geophysical or geological data. And during the summer school, I learned how to structure the use case more effectively and how to apply the FAIR principles so that the data we collect can be shared and reused in the future by other researchers.
Okay, so the use case was something sort of familiar to you, but even though there was still more future work to do on it, it was something in your field already. Okay.
Yes.
That's a good choice, I think, to choose something that you feel like you can expand upon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So now that you went to the summer school and you can look back and you can understand the whole process, is there any changes you would have made to your application or to your use case? Like now that you finished the schools, would you have changed anything about your UK, your use case in the application?
Definitely. um, After the summer school, I realized how important it is not only to plan where and when to collect the data, but also how to organize, describe, and share it properly.
Hmm.
I would now focus more on on the structure of my metadata and on choosing the right license
Mm,
from the very beginning, so the data can be easily found and used in the future. And I also became more aware of how my use case could connect with other disciplines,
mm.
and I would try to build those links more clearly from the start. My future researchers.
Yeah, I think it's really common that sometimes you get something really precise about your studies or even particular areas of research you want to go into. And then you come to a place like the summer school and you realize actually the macro fundamentals are still the most important thing, like the data governance, the licensing, and you realize, oh, if I don't employ those, maybe my data just sits there in this little area and you want it to be more utilized. So I think a lot of people had that experience. Um, yeah, so if we have someone who's going to be watching the recording or someone in the info session now who's maybe nervous and they don't feel like they're ready to join this sort of summer school because I don't know, maybe they feel like they don't have great knowledge about data systems or platforms. What would you say to them? Or they think that their use case isn't strong enough. What sort of encouragement would you give them to apply?
I would say, don't worry. Please don't worry. There is no need to be expert in EPOS platform or expert in data science. The summer school is very welcoming and supportive. Everyone brings different knowledge and expertise, of course, and actually, I think that is what make it so valuable. And you will learn a lot. You will meet amazing people from around the world, and most of all, you will grow as a researcher and even as a person. So I would definitely say, don't worry and just go for it.
Yeah, thank you, Dilyana. One of the things I noticed at the summer school is maybe one person at the summer school felt they had a weakness in this area and it would stop them, but then they had a strength in another. And then another person had a weakness in a different area. And so when it comes together, it makes like a beautiful mosaic because I saw some people who are really maybe stronger on the data science helping people who had maybe more field work experience or something, right? So you got a really nice collection of people there. So if you feel that you're weak in one area, that should not be an inhibition to you applying. And I'm here to always answer questions. If people have any questions about sort of the more logistical application, because I know we're talking a lot about the science or the use case. And if there are any practical questions, you can always contact us through our LinkedIn or through our email address at communications@epos-eric.eu. Dilyana, I don't think we have any questions from the audience. If we do, they can raise their hands. Um, and if not, I think we will get definitely some questions through our LinkedIn page from this recording. So thank you so much, Dilyana, for your time. Thank you for contributing to the summer school and the community after. And we'll let you know how the applications for 2026 go. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.